I was from the city, she was from the outside. I was from the north, she was from the south side. I looked in the mirror.
Hello YouTube, this is Ryan from Sly Spy Gaming, and today I have something very special for all of you. It is a way to pretty much get infinite money and infinite perk points, infinite ammo, and anything you want, you got it in Far Cry 5. And I'm going to tell you guys how to do it, and it has nothing to do with luring animals in with bait and constantly selling their skins. This will probably take you 25-30 minutes max. So, follow along with the video and I will show you how you can do this super easily and have all the money in the world. So guys, to get started with this video, pretty much I'm going to tell you a little bit about what this does. So, what this does is we actually use easy anti-cheat against itself. And how we pretty much do that, and to give you guys a little background on this is so that when you're online playing with people, you won't be cheating and other people don't cheat. Things like that. It pretty much catches cheaters and stops them from doing that. So, the first thing that you're going to pretty much want to do is find out where your Far Cry 5 is. Depending on whether you have it on Steam or Ubisoft, it might be in a different place. Usually for Steam, it would be in your, I'll show you here, it would be in your program files, Steam, Steam apps, common, and then you'll find Far Cry 5 here. I don't have anything like that because my Far Cry 5 is actually separate, so I have mine on Uplay. So depending on where you downloaded your Far Cry 5 to, you'll have to find that folder first. Once you've done this, what you're going to want to do is go to this folder called bin. So you'll go to bin and you'll find eaclaunch.exe. And as you can see here, I have that, and yours will look different. It should have the Far Cry 5 emblem on there. So once you find this eaclaunch.exe, you're going to pretty much do exactly the same thing that I did here, and I'll do it again for you. So as you can see, once you take away the BAK, it stays exactly how it was. But for this to work, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to find the eaclaunch.exe. It's the executable for the easy anti-cheat, and it launches it when you start the game pretty much. So what you're going to have to do here is find this application here. All you have to do is type dot and in capitals BAK. What that'll do is it'll render the file pretty much useless, and it'll say, as you can see here, if you change a file name extension, the file might become unusable. Are you sure you want to change it? All you have to do is hit yes. It won't affect anything. You can just go back like I pretty much just did, take away the BAK, and you'll be perfectly fine. The second thing that you want to do is go right, pretty much it should be a few underneath the eaclaunch.exe.bak now. It'll be called fc_m64.dll.bak. You should only have one of them. As you can see, I have two of them, and we'll get to that a little bit later. So, and just like this, what you're going to want to do at the end of the .dll, just add a capital BAK. Again, this will pretty much render that file useless. Next, what you're going to want to do for this is go into the Easy Anti-Cheat folder, so it should be in your bin folder. So you'll go Far Cry 5, go to your bin folder, and it should be the first thing that you see at the top. It should say Easy Anti-Cheat. When you go to type, it should say File Folder. Click on that, and what you'll want to do is go to a file called easyanticheat.dll. As you can see, again, I have two of these, and that is something that I will get to in just a little bit for you guys. But you will have one of them. So pretty much what you're going to want to do, again for the third time, is at the end of that, add the capital BAK. Again, this will render that file useless. And like I said before, all you have to do is just take away the BAK and it'll be perfectly fine, and these files will work if this is something that you do feel a little bit sketched out about, which when I first did this I did as well. Next thing that you're going to want to do is pretty much download something called Cheat Engine, and I will put the link in the description of where you can download that. The version currently is version 6.7, and that should change. But this is Cheat Engine here, so pretty much what this will allow you to do, what Cheat Engine does is it allows you to change values in a game. And I'll show you exactly how we use Cheat Engine and pretty much what we do so that we can give you infinite money, infinite perk points, things like that. So, once you've downloaded Cheat Engine, it will take you through the setup of it when you do download it. So what you're going to want to do after that, you're going to want to go to another link, which I will also post in the description of this video. This link that you'll want to go to, which it will be, again, like I said, posted in the description of the video. This link is called fearlessrevolution.com/viewtopic.php T equals 6334. Once you've gone to this, obviously hit enter. It'll take you to this here, which this actually goes through all of the steps as well. I'm just making a video on it so that you guys can follow along with me as I do it, because sometimes these can be a little bit confusing. So what you're going to want to do is instructions. It'll say download the link to Google Drive archive. You'll go to this, click on that link, that first link. Once you do arrive to this link, you'll want to go up to the top right corner, and it should have a download button. You're just going to click on that. It should take you to this page here, which says Google Drive cannot scan this file for viruses. Do not worry, I'm not giving you a virus, and if you want, you can scan through this whole video first. Make sure that, you know, I'm not downloading porn onto your guys' computer, or you're not going to see dicks or something. So pretty much what you're going to want to do is hit download anyways. It should start the download at that time. Once this is done downloading, I'll catch up with you guys again and show you pretty much how we do this. Alright, so the download shouldn't take too long, depending on, you know, obviously how good your connection is. But after you've done this, what you're going to want to do is click on this here. It should take you to any sort of unzipping, you know, software that you have. The software that I have is called WinRAR. So this pretty much lets me unzip zip files, and you know, it just lets me download those types of files that, you know, I need to unzip and things like that. So once you've done this, what you're going to want to do is, and an easier way to do this is to pretty much make both of these full screen here, and that's what I'll do here for you. So you're going to want to have both of these open. First thing that you're going to want to do is move the easyanticheat_x64.dll to the easy anti-cheat folder. Again, this was the file, one of the three files that you put the .bak after. So, as you can see here on the right side, I have two of them. So I'll show you what it looks like when you do move it. But yeah, that is actually why I have two of these. One of them is the .bak, just in case I want to go back later with the original, and one of them is the thing that I just pretty much downloaded here. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take this file here, this application extension, and you're just going to want to drag it over to the right here into that easy anti-cheat folder. And again, To get to this easy anti-cheat folder, it's wherever your Far Cry 5 is located, as you can see up at the top here, bin, and then easy anti-cheat. So once you've done that, it should say enter a password for the encrypted file. What the password is for this is just FRF. I can show password here. Capital FRF. So you're going to make sure that it is capitalized. That if it's not capitalized, it won't work. Make sure it's a capital FRF and you will be golden. Alright, so just hit OK, and as you can see, it's just replaced the other file that I had there. So the next thing that you're going to want to do, you're going to want to go back to your bin folder. Again, this is wherever your Far Cry 5 is located, and then bin. So once you've gotten to that point, you're going to want to go over back to your zip, your unzipped file here, the FC5_EAC bypass. So you're going to want to go to this, go to the FC_M64.dll. Again, you're just going to want to take this and drag this over here. It'll say, you know, if you have the cap lock on still, it'll warn you hopefully. And all you're going to want to do is just enter the password there. Again, it is the capital FRF. And I can show you here, FRF. So once you've done that, it'll start dragging those files over. I'm sure it'll ask me if I want to replace the file. Yep, here it is, replace the file and destination. It's pretty much just adding the file again. I can't do it because the folder is clearly open, and so I'll just end up canceling it, but it should go in there for you. And as you can see here, I do have that, the FC_M64.dll, and the original one still, the FC_M64.dll.bak. Again, the .bak is just so that it renders that application useless pretty much, and it's not, you know, corrupting your game or anything like that. Once you have done this, you will pretty much have to start Cheat Engine. So if at this point you should have installed Cheat Engine, if not, then just make sure that you do that now. And again, that should be in the description below. Just check there, and then you can, you know, go to the link that I have on there and just download Cheat Engine from there. So what you are going to want to do here, so you're going to want to open up Cheat Engine. I'm just going to exit here. I'll just open it from my desktop here. If it asks you this, just hit yes. And then the next thing that you're going to want to do is start Far Cry 5. Mine is already started, which you can see here, and I'll, you know, actually go into my game now. So I'll go into my game. So once you've gotten into the game, you should hopefully be by a vendor. If you're not, just make sure that you get somewhere near a vendor so that you can pretty much do this. It'll be a lot easier for you to do this. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is check your original value of whatever you're trying to change here. So in this instance, I'm trying to change my money, so my currency here. The original value right now is 2329. So I'm going to write that down here just so that I don't forget. 2329. So now that you have this number, what you're going to want to do is Alt-Tab, and you should have Cheat Engine open as well, right underneath this. The first thing that you're going to want to do is go to this little computer button up at the top left corner of Cheat Engine, and you're going to want to find Far Cry 5. So that should be one of the applications in the process list. It should be something something and then Far Cry 5 and have this little 5 symbol. If you don't have that, there is obviously something wrong, because if Far Cry 5 is running, it should be there. So what you're going to want to do is open that, and under the value section, what you're going to want to do is pretty much take that value of whatever you're changing. So for me, again, that number was $2,329. So I'm trying to change how much money I have. So I'm just going to go to this, type in 2329, and hit first scan. Might take a little bit. So as you can see, there are, it says 360 values found. So we're not going to worry too much about this value right now. It's the next value that really matters. So you're going to want to go back into your application of Far Cry 5, go back into the game, go over here to the vendor or the shop, and what you're going to want to do is go to, it's easier for me to just go to items, and I pretty much just hit buy. So as you can see, I have 2 out of 3 med kits, and each med kit costs $250. So if you look up, it'll say $2,079 now. So as you can see, the value has changed clearly from 2329 to 2079. So again, I will just write this down so I don't forget it. 2079. So again, what you're going to want to do is Alt-Tab out of the game, and there should be a bunch of red ones now. Don't worry about that again. And what you're going to want to do is pretty much delete that value that you originally had in there and type in the new value. So the new value is $2,079. After you've done that, make sure you don't hit new scan. Go over and hit next scan, and there should be one value. If there are 2, just make sure you go back in again, buy something, come back, and just repeat the process again until you see if it turns red or anything like that, or if there's only one value left, then just change that. So if there's 2 values, make sure you change both of them. If there's one value, then you can just pretty much do what I'm doing now. So as you can see, there is one value. So you're going to click on this address here. You're going to double click on that. It should bring it down to the bottom here. And what you're going to want to do is once it is down in the bottom here, right click on this entire value here. So it doesn't really matter, you can just right click on the value or anywhere on that little bar. Go up here to change record, and then if you go over to the right, it should say value. So once you go to change value, you'll just want to pretty much put in whatever value you want. So for me, I'm just going to change it from 2079 to 5,000. So the value should be 5,000 now. Let's go back into the game and check to see if that's what it is. So as you can see, I pressed back and it does say 5,000 now. So you can pretty much do this and give yourself as much money as you want. I personally don't really cheat that much in video games, so I just wanted to get this out there for you guys. I know there are a bunch of people who, don't want to sit there and, get a bunch of money so that they can eventually get the things that they want. Which, I completely understand that, which is why I made this video for you guys. I don't really like to cheat too much, just because, for me, I think it just takes away from the aspects of the game. But if you do, by all means, use this process here. 4 perk points, however, it is a little bit harder. So, 4 perk points, pretty much what you're going to want to do is make sure that you have quite a few perk points first, and this will work a lot easier in the beginning, or you know, the start of the game, when you can buy perks that are, you know, a lower value. What you're going to want to do is pretty much do the exact same thing, and again, this is why I recommend that you have multiple perk points, because there are quite a few values that you can get when doing this. So what you're going to want to do is pretty much have your perk points again, spend those perk points and make sure that you don't go down to 0. After you've spent these perk points, find out what the next value is. So, and this again, make sure that you have quite a few perk points, because you'll be able to do this a lot easier. So you'll spend your perk points, and then pretty much what you're going to want to do is, again, you're going to want to go into Cheat Engine again, and again do the entire process that I showed you with the money glitch. Type in your value. I'm not going to do it right now because I don't have enough perk points, but I have seen this done and it does work. So pretty much type in the value for it and do the first scan of whatever, you know, the original perks that you had. So for instance, if you had 10 perk points, you pretty much type in 10 first, go back into the game, spend some perk points, come back to Cheat Engine, and then for the next scan you would hit whatever that new value is. So say you buy, your original value is 10 perk points, the next thing that you'd want to do is go, you know, go here, put in 10 put in 10, a value of 10, go back, you buy something for 2 perk points, the new value is 8. What you're going to want to do is come back out here to Cheat Engine, back to your desktop to Cheat Engine, type in the new value of 8 and hit next scan. Once you do that, there should be hopefully there should only be a couple of values that, and you should be able to just change them. However, if there are multiple, obviously go back in, spend some more perk points, come back out here, put in that new value of, you know, however many perk points you spent, whatever that new value is that it says. So for instance, if you now have 8, you spend something that costs 3 perk points and you have 5, you're going to come back out here, delete the 8 value, type in 5 for the new value, which is right here, and then you're going to hit next scan, and it should come up with only a couple of values. Hopefully it'll come up with just one. That is how you'll know that that is the value that you're changing, just so you don't mess up your game or anything like that. So once you've done that, you can pretty much do exactly what I showed you with the money glitch and do the exact same thing. So that is about it for this video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I enjoyed making it. However, you know, I'm not too much, I don't really cheat too much in games, but I don't really have anything against it when it is in single player games, because, you know, it's a single player game. If it was a competitive multiplayer game, it would be a different story, but this Far Cry is mainly single player and co-op with your friends, so it's not too big of a deal to me. But hopefully this helped. And if it did help you, obviously like the video, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know, you know, how everything's working out for you guys, how much you're loving this game, and I know I am for sure. So, thank you guys for watching, and this is Ryan from Sly Spy Gaming out.